This young mule, his name is Moose. He's 7 months old. He came from Wisconsin. He just needed to be a little bit more halter broke and get more ground manners. Of course, not a lot has been done with him. He's 7 months old, so and that's a good thing. But the segments and the sessions that he has, they're short and sweet, and you keep him wanting more. A young mule like this, I might work two to four times a day. Maybe 15 minutes apart, depending on how much he's retaining. In the beginning, some of his sessions were 5 minutes because he could not really keep his thoughts in order, and so you leave it short and sweet, leave him wanting more, and then come back to it. Now he's in a place where he is really happy to try to learn. So in this area, I could stand maybe a half an hour to an hour, depending on what we're doing. Sometimes just a good little walk is something special. I've been ponying him with some of my other horses and letting him see some world and get some confidence. And but that's about what we do with these little ones. Yesterday I had a FaceTime lesson with a lady that had a long yearling, probably about 1.5 years old, which this mule, he's about the same age. And it dawned on me that there are some things and some ways that you work or start the groundwork with these young animals. Now, this being a mule, to me, it's not much different than a horse. I mean, there's differences, but I'm expecting the same outcome. I'm expecting the same thought process. But basically, the start is just, of course, leading. Now, the problem she had was when she would be walking, the filly would decide not to move anymore. And then when it wouldn't move anymore, it was about pulling it or asking it to come towards them. Well, then the horse began to rear, pull back, and things like that. That's when working with the hindquarters is going to be a very crucial thing for a colt or a horse, no matter what. But how I would start that is go towards a fence. Use the fence to help you out. Now, I'll give myself a little distance from the fence, but I'm going to ask the animal to move away from me towards the fence. As soon as his rib cage passes me, I'm going to walk into that hip. Now, I want the animal to go towards the fence. So I'm going to look towards the fence. I want him to move towards the fence. As soon as that rib cage passes me, I'm going to step into that hip. Now the line is through the animal. The line is through where the back cinch would be if he had a saddle. What I see a lot is following the animal. So pretty soon there is no bend or arc in the animal. But I want him to move through that fence. Boom. Now pretty soon when you got this down pretty decent, I might go all the way around. But make sure that rib cage is rounded around you, not pushing against you. But go all the way around. Again, when his rib cage passes you, step into that hip. Ask him to go towards the fence. Whatever it takes. Every step counts. As soon as he moves, look at where you want him to go. Not seeing if he's gonna do it, look at where you want him to go. It makes more presentation and makes you a leader. Again, step into that hip. Pretty soon you could retire from that fence. Now the fence is handy because a mule, a horse, they're claustrophobic. it takes a little bit to get past that. So if you start that and you start working with the fence and you feel that they're claustrophobic, then maybe step a little bit ways from the fence. Another way is to start from right here, keeping that nose with you. Now you're not going to hold the nose, meaning you're not going to hold them, but anytime he's not on your track around you that you're creating, you help him out. Make sure your hands don't talk in vain. When they're done talking, they shut up. They don't say anything anymore. But when you need it, you say something. Good. When you don't need it, they don't say something. That way, when you do say something, it means a whole hell of a lot. I hope that little segment helps you out with your colt or young mule or whatever you have, even an older horse. It's a good place to start. Something simple.